Welcome to episode 28 of the Stache Club Wrestling Podcast. Good morning. How are we? What's going on? We got a week. We got a big week of two giant shows.
Yes, we do.
Coming up. We have Night of Champions on Saturday, like afternoon for us. Double or Nothing Sunday night?
Yes, Sunday night.
Wow.
Also an NXT event, NXT Battlegrounds on Sunday night too.
Holy
I know
shit.
we're not NXT people, but a lot of wrestling this weekend. A lot of
So,
wrestling.
I mean, this episode is basically just all predictions and all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll
And-
definitely do a run through for some shows.
I
But
didn't even think of this. The Predictions Championship is on the line twice this weekend.
Oh, it is.
It gets defended Saturday afternoon, but whoever wins that has to defend it.
quick
Has
turnaround.
quick turnaround. That's
Fuck it.
crazy.
Fuck it. They were fighting champions.
I didn't even think of that.
on this channel, so that's fine.
Off the top, we have a couple things to take care of. One, if you want to listen to this audio only version, you're driving to work, whatever, you don't want to watch and drive. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Leave a rating while you're there. Leave a review.
Please.
We appreciate
It puts
it.
food on our table.
We are also, not that it's going to change the direction of the podcast too much anyway, but we are also recording this not on our usual day.
It is.
We are recording this on the Wednesday. It is Wednesday morning currently. We
It is
usually record
Wednesday,
on
my
Thursday
dudes.
morning, so it is Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, we can never say that 'cause it's never Wednesday when we record.
That's right. It's a shame.
So we will not see AEW. So if any of this Double or Nothing predictions changes, and it's the same thing to go with Night of Champions as per usual with Friday Night SmackDown. So this is all just we have as Wednesday morning.
Yeah. What can you do? If you get mad at us, that sucks.
Last bit is T-shirts go on sale when later tonight when we're recording this. So we're kind of expecting a sell. It's hard to say.
We're hoping for a sellout. If not, go fucking finish it up right now. If so, thank you everybody that supported our first merch drop, first of many. We're very excited for this drop and future ones. If you got your hands on a shirt, congratulations. So it's very limited. So thank you.
There'll be more in the future.
There'll be
sure.
more in the future.
Don't
if you didn't, if you didn't get it, no worries. Like I'm sure we'll release something very, very soon. But thank you guys again. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to have merch drops like this and others in the future. So thank you again.
With that said, if there's still some available, I'll have it all in the description. I'll have the link and everything. So check that, double check. But again, like on social media, we'll let everyone know. But it gets confusing. Like we recording on Wednesday, but it comes out Thursday. We have the merch drop tonight, but also
but it's not really dropping tonight because this comes out Thursday. That's
true.
It's
That's
confusing.
true. Last order of business, Dante. This podcast does. I know you just told me you hate this, but this podcast does come out on your birthday. Happy birthday, Dante!
Thank you, John.
Happy birthday, Dante! And that's our. We can say it off the top now. Where I think we have an idea of what if you listen to the end, we always have like a little phrase or whatever. I won't say it yet because you have to get to the end of the episode.
It's not the end of the episode.
But I feel
it could be something. Yeah,
could be something.
Yeah, we'll see.
So happy birthday, buddy!
I appreciate it.
Big what, 25?
25.
Wow.
25 on the 25th.
Damn, you getting up there.
Brother, my
getting
cousin
up
turned
there.
30 yesterday, and I'm like, dude, we are getting old. My back is killing me. Golden year. I don't care about birthdays. I really don't. I haven't cared about a birthday since maybe 21 probably.
Yeah, that's
what
fair,
is there to celebrate in between? But I'll take a golden birthday. I guess that's something to celebrate.
Golden shower any day.
Golden birthday, but golden showers are for every day. Okay, let's talk some wrestling.
All right. Well, we got just a couple bit of news, but like really the predictions are going to take up most of this.
Yep.
Liv and Dakota, both injured. Same match, it seems like.
Same match.
Tough.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So they Liv and Raquel relinquished the tag team championships. They're doing a 4-way match, which also includes Bayley and Io Sky. Dakota isn't in there. And Raquel is also in it. She needs to find a new partner.
It's gonna be Shotzi.
I think it's Shotzi, because she came in on Raw. And then Dakota Kai tearing her ACL. I don't know I don't think they announced what Liv's injury was. The extent of it. Was it her shoulder?
Yeah.
But Dakota already had ACL surgery, so she'll be sidelined for. I mean, nowadays ACLs aren't kind of as bad as they used to. Like technology, like doctor, like there's a lot better like treatments and stuff for it. But she's probably looking at like 6 to 9 months probably, which sucks. I mean,
it feels like she just came back.
I know. It's been less than a year too. So I mean, it's unfortunate.
That's crazy.
But luckily, like these types of injuries aren't it's not career ending. She'll be back. I'm sure better than ever. But yeah, you hate to see injuries, especially same match like that. That's so unlucky.
Yeah,
that's
I saw like the clip I think for Liv was like she was in the corner and then she's got like, you know the move when like they're in the corner and like the person runs from the other side and like kind of kicks you or sit in the corner, whatever. Just caught her fucking shoulder and just ugh.
Yeah, I didn't even see the video for either of them, but
Dakota's was a or at least it's speculated that she was coming off the top rope and like you jump and put like your like Sasha Banks does it where it's like you put the knees on the person's shoulder and she basically comes down all on her knee.
Oh, yeah.
Like she kind of like came out of it a little bit and tried to land on her feet and then it just looked not pretty.
The ACLs and injuries like that can be so random. Like you don't have to do anything.
I'll be like walking around and I'll just be like, damn, I hope I don't tear my ACL walking down the street. That shit's scary.
We could just be like they're going for a run. Like a quick like juke or something like that. You can just do it that. Like it's so easy to tear your ACL. I saw
I hate
a kid in middle school do it like for a basketball game. He just went up for a rebound, came down, and just wasn't getting up, and we were just like, "What the fuck?" And he tore his ACL.
I'm not doing anything physical.
No
ever.
more.
That shit's so crazy.
No more physical activity for us. We don't want to tear our ACLs, but. Wishing nothing but the best for Liv in Dakota, quick recoveries, and hopefully we see them back very soon.
Absolutely. Last bit of news before we get into it. I mean, we don't even really got to talk about it. I think we share the same sentiment, but there's a rumor that they want to add a third hour to SmackDown.
That's exactly what we want.
That's exactly. Yes, and we are for it.
Time. Yes,
we have been
finally Triple H.
This podcast has been pulling
from day one.
I've said,
John, you know what WWE needs to do? They need to add a third hour to SmackDown. That's the one thing that this company is missing, and that is another hour. So it's very funny how for years people will be like, take away the last hour of Raw. We don't need 3 hours to...
And they're like, we hear you loud and clear.
We hear you.
We hear you loud and clear.
We'll add another hour to SmackDown. How about that?
And like the 2 hours of SmackDown feels so good.
2 hours is perfect runtime.
It really is.
Like AEW 2 hours. It's perfect runtime. 3 hours. And also, here's the other thing. 3 hours is a stretch. We all know that. Monday nights, 3 hours of wrestling. That's a lot. Friday nights, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
A lot. People go.
You got to go to the bar sometime.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go in at 10. I got to go in at 11 now. It's like I don't know. I find it hard that the viewership for that third hour SmackDown is going to stay consistent. If they even think it's going to go up. God bless you.
No shot they do it.
I mean, I get it. Like more advertisements. I mean, if the network wants it, like you get a pretty penny from it. The business side of it, I understand. But from like a quality standpoint, from a wrestling fan standpoint, that's fucking dumb. So hopefully it doesn't happen. I mean, it's just a rumor, but that would be pretty ridiculous. So you have 3 hours of Raw, SmackDown, 2 hours of NXT. So you have 10 hours of WWE in a week.
And not even including the 2 hours of Dynamite.
Yeah, we're not even talking
if you watch Rampage, Collision is on soon.
Bro,
it's a lot. And it is like, not that we're complaining about wrestling, but like it's a lot.
It's a lot to keep up with.
It gets to, I don't want to watch it every single day. That's what it's.
Because now, all right, so we're looking at it like.
At the end of the day, it's a TV show that I want to watch and enjoy.
Right. You're looking at 12 hours of wrestling a week. If you add like Collision and all that.
Wow.
Maybe you're a Revelation guy. Maybe you're an AEW Dark person. Maybe you are
TNA. TNA's on.
That's another thing too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'll be like scrolling through. I don't know. I forget what day it is. I'll be like scrolling through and I'll see TNA and I'll be like, not today. No, today's not the day.
I can't pull myself to do it. Yeah, I honestly have not watched an episode of Impact or TNA and.
I don't know if we need to. I don't know if we need to.
No, unfortunately not. Okay.
Let's get into these predictions. We're going to start with Night of Champions.
Okay.
I have the, what is this, a CBS thing up. I'll double check with, Wikipedia and all that, and we'll get everything straight. I got to pull up my notes app because, again, this will be for the Predictions Championship.
Yes, it is.
So we got to make sure we are right. Okay, predictions for, what month is it? May.
It
Night
is May.
of Champions. First one. Becky Lynch. Sorry if you can hear my typing. Versus Trish Stratus.
You want to start or you want me to start?
So usually I do come in, especially with predictions. I come in with all my predictions usually picked. I have none picked. So I think we're both going off the cuff here.
So unlike you, I never come into this with my predictions. Right. So I'm in home territory right now. I feel
That's true. That's true.
But you won last time, so if you want to go first, you want me to go first. It's up to you.
I don't have any. You go first because I kind of collect my thoughts here.
Okay. I don't know. No. So this can definitely go one of either way. I do believe this is not a one-off match. I believe that this is one of 2 or 3 maybe.
It seems like Trish is being set up to stay, not for a long time, but it seems like Trish is set up to stay for a little bit.
When she got drafted,
right?
I was like, okay,
yeah, that's the sign.
She's in it. She's in it for at least like I can see Trish being around until next year's WrestleMania. I think like WrestleMania 40, whatever it will be, whatever match it is, will be like her going like final match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One last run. So with all that being said, I believe this is the match that Trish Stratus wins.
Yeah,
I think just kind of like Becky is. They're both big stars. Becky's a big star. Whoever loses this match, it doesn't really hurt either one. Mm-hmm. I think it just makes more sense for Trish to win it. Like she had the heel turn. She's the one that kind of has the momentum on her side, like doing this whole like greatest of all time run thing. And we've talked about in the past, like Money in the Bank is coming up. I think she'll be a factor in that, whether she wins it or costs Becky or vice versa. I would like to see Trish win the Raw Women's Belt or a Women's Belt before it all ends. But for now, to start everything, I'm picking Trish to win.
Yeah, especially, I don't know, like the promo on Raw was really good. Like Trish went at Becky. Becky had a real confident, cool, calm, and collected kind of retort where she was just like laid back the whole, and Trish was like going in, and then Becky was laid back the whole time. Becky definitely won. She hit her with this line, it's not as embarrassing as barking like a dog, right, Trish? And it was like, ooh.
Yeah, I kind of saw bits and pieces of it. Trish was like, as soon as I came in, I was the person, but like it took you like a broken nose to get famous or something like that.
I don't know. It's like
it's 50-50.
It's tough because the real gamble is because it is Night of Champions and it is the Saudi show,
right? So
a lot of that is like you get. I don't want to say old timers. You get
it's fantasy booking.
Legends. You get fantasy booking. Mm-hmm. So there's a chance this could be. There's a chance that this is it for Trish. This pick is Trish going to wrestle more? Or is she not?
I think she's going to wrestle more. That plays a part.
No idea. I think I'm leaning Trish because I agree with you that it seems like they're running with this program for a while. Trish gets one. I'm sure it's going to be cheeky or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, shenanigans happen. Even if it ends, I'm not sure if I could see it even ending at SummerSlam.
Sure.
And then
that's a big enough event.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Maybe Trish doesn't need to make it all the way to WrestleMania. So I'm also going Trish.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough pick. I mean, that genuinely could go either way. I believe that she's going to keep wrestling after this match, which plays into my pick, but very well so could be her one and only match.
Raw Women's Championship. Also, it is the Saudi show, and like titles usually don't change. Like nothing crazy usually happens at the Saudi show.
Big.
I'm sure it's happened.
The only ones that like came to mind when you brought that up was it's the same person involved twice. Bray Wyatt won the Universal Championship from Seth, and then also lost to Goldberg. But you're right. Like rarely does like big changes. Like WWE champion. I mean that was Universal, but WWE Championships not so much. I also want to point this out.
Pop off.
I mean this is mostly a predictions podcast, but I feel like we can kind of throw in it here because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Why the fuck hasn't WWE swapped the women's belts yet? Because Bianca still has the Raw Women's belt on SmackDown, and Rhea has the SmackDown Women's belt on Raw, and they're defending them.
I would imagine Night of Champions will be the night that happens. Like whoever wins the next one is Bianca and Asuka. Whoever wins that, I would imagine they get handed the SmackDown.
I would hope so, dude.
Or something.
It makes no sense. I don't know why they haven't done it yet, but hopefully you're right. Hopefully they do it then.
But so yes, we have Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. This is another tough one because the build, there's a build, but it's
not
It's not crazy.
It's just like they had their history, and then Asuka just kind of shows back up again, and boom, there's another match.
Yeah, and especially coming off of like the Io Sky match for me, is I loved that match. So like this needs to top it, just in the sense that like, okay, well, unlike Bianca and Io, Bianca and Asuka at least have a rivalry,
right?
You know, as we learned from my GM mode, maybe it's a level 2 or level 3 rivalry,
yeah, something around.
So I don't know,
yeah,
it's not a submission match, so it's not gonna end.
Definitely. Yeah, I
like on Raw, Asuka did the mist thing again. I want Asuka. I don't know if it's her. I mean, it is, but I don't know. If they were dropping it at Night of Champions, I don't think so.
If they were gonna have Asuka win the belt, why wouldn't have been at WrestleMania? That's my thinking.
Yeah, I almost see. And here's the thing too: if I lose this predictions, I can just try to win it back on Sunday night.
Quick turnaround.
You know what I'm saying?
Quick turnaround. Yeah. Go crazy for Night of Champions.
I mean, look, I might. Fuck. Because nothing's going to change hands, I don't think. All right, fuck it. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going Asuka.
You're going Asuka? Could be a shocker. Asuka. Could be a shocker, for sure.
It's not going to happen.
I mean,
I might change that by the end of the show.
Hey, we have until the end of the show to change it. I'm going Bianca. It's just the more logical. I love Asuka. I think she's fantastic. Like you said, there's definitely a thing there. Obviously, they have a history, but there has been much build. I don't think if at this point Bianca isn't losing the belt until like a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania type of event, or like a Money in the Bank cash-in or something like that. Could it happen? Yeah, I definitely could see a shocking win, just changing things up. I don't think this is the event that it happens though.
No,
I don't think so.
But like, I think part of my wish is like, now I feel like we're stuck in this rut of like, so-and-so's the champion. No way she's dropping it till big event.
Yeah.
Where back in the day, it'd be New Year's Revolution, or it'd be Armageddon, and a belt would change.
I kind of like it this way, though, to be honest.
Oh, do you?
I like, because it adds prestige. It makes the belt feel important. So what I read, and this is from like a few weeks ago, maybe even a while longer, like Triple H and WWE, like, they are more focused on these longer title reigns. So if you notice,
that's
like obviously Roman,
sure.
Bianca, Gunther, Theory has been champ since October or maybe even September. But like they're very much focused on like upping the, adding value to these belts. And how do you do that? By not having them change hands all the time. I like it. I do believe that if it gets to a point where it gets stale,
every single champion needs to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If it's working, like Roman's working, Gunther could be champion for the next 10 years. I'd be fine with it. But like if it gets to the point, like, and we've talked about like Bianca, like if it gets to the point where it's becoming a little stale, yeah, then you start complaining a little bit. But I like the idea of it if it works. And again, adds prestige to the belt. So the thought's there. The thought's definitely there.
Fuck it. I'll run with Asuka. Not confident.
I like it.
But I'll tell you what I am confident in. SmackDown Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. That is your pick.
This is the match of the night right here. Yeah, we're going Rhea Ripley.
Part of the reason why I chose Asuka for the last one is because Rhea's winning this one.
Let me tell you, if Rhea lost this match, that would just be insane.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to say about this.
No.
Natalya just kind of, I think, showed up to save someone getting beat down, and all of a sudden there's a match.
They needed a Night of Champions Women's SmackDown Championship match.
She's the classic veteran, like just kind of another title defense.
Saudi show, throw the veteran in there, recognizable name, they like her.
That's all it is.
That's really all it is. But, I mean, again, as much of I'm not a fan, like, respect has to be given, give her flowers, yada, yada, yada. But
no chance Natalya wins. No chance.
Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali.
I like it's a fresh matchup.
Yes.
I like that it's a fresh matchup.
I think it'll be sneaky, might be like a match of the night contender.
Mustafa Ali is a very good wrestler.
1,000. And Gunther has like his matches with Ray and AJ, the smaller guys. Yeah, are always phenomenal. I'm going Gunther. Again, it's an obvious thing. It's another reason why I'm starting to feel a little more confident in my Asuka pick, because we're getting these like
title defenses,
these obvious title defenses. So maybe they'll throw in something for the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. I like someone new getting an opportunity. Gunther's on the run of a lifetime.
Yeah,
he is virtually untouchable right now. I don't think Mustafa Ali's beating him. I just don't think he is.
It seems like it's just another match and another person to knock down.
Yeah,
and good for Ali.
I don't think Gunther's losing for a very long time. I don't think I think like this run that he's going on, like I think
Roman will lose before Gunther loses.
I can imagine that. So this is kind of like what I've been thinking, and this is my weekly fantasy booking thing. Gunther, I don't know if he'll like quote unquote lose the Intercontinental Championship, and what I mean by this is they did this a long time ago with Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. They had a unification match. WWE Intercontinental belt. Ultimate Warrior won. Then he relinquished the Intercontinental belt to hold on to the WWE Championship. I can see Gunther winning
that'd be cool.
A world the World Heavyweight Championship, or beats Roman and, takes those belts and gives up the IC belt. Be like, I never lost this.
Oh, that'd be a sick move. I'd like that a lot.
If you want to protect him, I mean, he's the future of the company. I think we're both in agreement there. Whoever is going to beat him, it has to be just this big thing. But like, you could also just turn him into the next god. Like,
it makes him way sicker if he just wins the next one and just like, okay, well, I'm done with the mid card.
I'm too good for this. Exactly. Yeah. That would be fucking crazy. I don't know how that would happen, but I would love to see something like that, because you need to protect the shit out of this guy. Yeah. You have something. You have a star on your hands. Don't waste it. But yeah, okay. Next match.
Undisputed Tag Team Championship, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Toughest one we gotten so far. And maybe the toughest one, probably the toughest match to pick of the night. There's a lot. This is the heaviest and most complicated story one. There's a lot of ways they can go down. There's a lot of story they can tell with, either side winning.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. When Sami and Kevin won the belts, I didn't think that if they lost them, it was going to be to Roman. I thought it would be to someone else. I genuinely, I'm torn, because you can Roman and Solo win. You do the whole Roman. I did this. You couldn't do this. Him and the Usos, more back and forth.
Right.
Or Roman Solo lose. If they lose, it's definitely by some funny business. I think the Usos like come in, try to help them, cost them the match.
Or even like remember like on SmackDown now, Solo and Roman have a little
something
riff,
like that.
So something with Solo could happen.
I think that's a little too early to have Solo turn on Roman. But they're planning the seeds. They're planting the seeds. And even like backstage, Roman was screaming at the Usos, and Solo's just kind of standing there looking at Roman, kind of like,
because ultimately Solo that's their brother.
They are brothers. I think I'm leaning more on the side that Sami and Kevin are going to retain. Yeah. Just because I don't think they're going to lose the belts yet, and I just think whatever. So again, Roman and Solo win, you cause more rift between Roman and Usos. You can do that already and have them lose.
Yeah, you can do it without the belts.
You can do it without the belts. Now, again, we've talked about this last week. I would love to see Roman holding 4 belts. I love the idea of it. Even if it's for one
Paul
night.
Heyman has to carry 4 belts.
Even if it's just for one night. I just wanted the image of Roman with 4 belts. I want it so bad. But logically, I think Sami and Kevin should win this match. So I'm going to go with that. But this is as 50-50 as it comes, I think.
I saw someone say it on Twitter, and I kind of liked this, which it kind of goes with what you were saying, but takes it one step further, where let's say Roman and Solo win. Because of the Freebird rule, Roman goes here and gives the titles back to the Usos.
I had to do this for you type of thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, I don't know how much they're going to play into that.
Because if you think about it, Roman barely shows up to defend the world title. He's going to show up and defend the tag team titles too.
That's another part of it too. Where like, if they do win it, and if they don't give them to the Usos or whatever, then that's another pair of championships that you just have. That. So what does What would Raw have? The fucking
the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, and which like works, but like and then wherever
in the World Heavyweight Championship,
the women's tag,
I guess.
Yeah,
I think so. I've been confused about the whole tag team championship, like the whole belt on brands type of thing. And someone explained this. It sounds like it kind of makes sense. It does make sense, but it's stupid. So I guess so Kevin and Sami got drafted to the Raw, right, with the belts.
Yep.
But the belts, even though Triple H said this about Roman and his belts, aren't on Raw. So Kevin and Sami, if they lose the belts, they stay on Raw, but whoever they lose the belts to, the belts can go wherever.
I mean...
And same with the women's tag team belts, I guess.
I'm sure that's true. All I'm saying is they did say explicitly during the draft, which again, I'm not saying WWE follows their rules. They definitely did say, like, they can only defend them on Raw.
And they're not.
I'm sure,
and they defended them on SmackDown a few weeks ago. It's so it pisses me off because
the draft didn't matter.
It pisses me off because I was on the defense of the draft. I was a fan of it. I was rooting for it, and they're fucking it up.
Draft didn't matter.
So yeah, I picked Sami KO. Who are you picking?
Fuck.
It's a tough one.
I don't know, man. It's like I think there's so much more story to tell with Roman and Solo winning. Because, like, Sami and KO have been great. Sami and KO don't necessarily need the tag titles.
Yeah.
They're solid. I like that they, they come out to their, they start with Kevin's music. And, like, they're a good team and it makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I think because they're still wrapped up in the Usos and Bloodline story, where they haven't felt like a defending tag team. It more so to me just feels like they're a part of this story still, and also just have.
But they have the belts with them,
right?
Yeah, I understand.
I think I'm gonna. I mean, and then granted, they've had good title defenses. Like they faced. Well, I don't know if it was for the but like they had the. I guess it wasn't title defense, but they had like the 3-way tag match with Riddle against Imperium.
I think
they did have the rematch with the Usos. So like they have been defending them.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna. And granted, I mean, to contradict that, it's not like Roman and Solo winning them would change that because then the titles are still in the story and whatever.
If anything, you could say the titles are more relevant.
Yeah, I think out of just solely for almost even the meme of it, I think I'm gonna go Roman and
you're a better man than
Roman
I am.
And Solo.
Fuck, I wish I picked the meme.
I wish I picked the meme.
This could, like you said with Asuka and Bianca, this might be something I change by the end of the podcast. Hey. Yeah, well, you're gonna be talking, and like in my head, I'm just gonna be like just thinking about this match the whole time and the different outcomes. I'm looking forward to the match.
I think. Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Something's gonna happen
because there's a lot. Again, there's a lot of Sami. I mean, Sami even hyped it up in his promos where he's getting he didn't think he was gonna get his opportunity to get his hands on Roman again. He's getting that opportunity. Kevin even gets his. Because Kevin and Roman, had their thing.
Now something that would be cool.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't like change anything. It wouldn't really change much. In a situation like this, so I pick Kevin Sami winning. You would think like Solo gets pinned in this case. Roman like avoids getting pinned, whatever. Maybe adding another crack to the story. Roman, because of like again shenanigans, Usos come out, whatever. Roman gets the shit end of it, and he's the one that gets pinned.
I'd honestly be fine with that. Yeah,
he hasn't been pinned since December 2019. He doesn't lose the belt if he gets pinned here. So like it's not like you're ruining that. It just adds a whole like he can get pinned. He would get like I haven't been pinned in this long, and then you come in and now I had to eat the loss because of you. Like I could see that. That would be very interesting.
And people defend where it's like he hasn't been pinned in so long. It's like you got to tell a story eventually.
It's impressive, but like again, he's not losing the belts here. So
he's not losing the belts. It's like
you got a story to tell, and I'll tell you what: if he gets pinned because of like Jey Uso, that's a fucking story to tell right there.
There's no thing in the accolade history books that says like. And also, he hasn't been pinned for it. You know what I mean? You look at world titles and shit like that.
People are going to remember his Universal title reign, not his streak of not getting pinned in almost 4 years.
Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh, fuck.
This one's
there's no match stipulation. They didn't even announce another stipulation for this.
They keep on calling it a fight.
They got
it'll probably end up being something,
bro. It has to be. I picked Brock last time. So, all right. So, what are they going to do? Are they going to do a 2-off? Cody gets the 2, kind of like him and Seth. They get the 2 matches, maybe another one. Cody wins all 2 of them, 3 of them. Or they do 50-50 booking. Brock wins this one. They have one more match. Or do I want to see them have another match after this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends how this one goes, I guess.
Because it is like they need to get Cody to WrestleMania, and this is part of the reason why he's already faced Brock twice, because they only have a certain amount of people for him to go up against.
And Money in the Bank's the next event, so it's not like what are they going to wrestle again at Money in the Bank? No, Cody Rhodes is most likely going to be in the ladder match.
Yeah.
So this is another one, kind of like Trish and Becky. It's like what's Brock going to do after this? Like what's that looking like?
My gut says Cody, especially after, on Raw, he basically, we didn't even
putting this guy through fucking
They didn't even talk about this. We'll talk about it now, but for whatever reason, Cody's got to have a severe injury.
Hard times, man.
Hard fucking times.
Better men.
First a torn pec match. Now he's going to wrestle in a fight with a broken arm.
Yeah,
and they're like selling it as if like, your arm is broken.
Yeah, it's like hanging off.
You have a broken
He's
arm.
Coming down to the ring, just dangling his arm.
Part of this on Raw, Brock beat the shit out of him all night, and then fucking hit him with it was like a keg or some shit, whatever that was. In story, broke his fucking arm, and then and later on in the night, hit him with the what's that?
The Kimura lock.
The Kimura lock, and then backstage Triple H. It's like. It was a great segment, but obviously it's funny, removed from it. But Triple H is backstage and like, hey, like, I can't have you fight. And he's like, I think you're scared. And Cody's me like, what? Scared of what? I'm not scared. I've never been scared in my life.
What would you have done, Triple H?
And then he's like, no, I think you're scared to see the doctor, to get diagnosed, to find out your arm is broken and you can't fight Brock Lesnar. So it's super funny that instead of being like in any other workplace or sport or whatever, they're like, hey, you're injured. We got to go see the doctor.
You're one of our top guys. We can't.
Well, that and it's like, hey, if you don't see a doctor, we don't know it's broken. So it's not broken if you don't see a doctor.
True. No diagnosis.
No diagnosis.
One said anything.
Like, you're fine. So I guess he's gonna if he wrestles in a sling, because he came out in a sling
with the ice. He takes the ice off and everything like that. And I'm like, this guy's so dramatic. I love it.
I do
love Cody. I really.
He's cool. I tweeted this, but he's what Superman.
Superman wishes.
Superman is so fucking lame. But so I'm picking Cody. Just I think this is going to be the hardest of hard times. He's going to win this street fight against Brock Lesnar with a broken fucking arm. He's got the pec match. He's got the broken arm. I hope he wrestles in a sling.
When we were talking about the Backlash match, I had this whole thing about Cody like losing up in like a few matches and then kind of getting back on the saddle and whatever. But like he won at Backlash. Is he going to lose at Night of Champions? Like, I feel like if he already won it back, like, he can do the 50-50 booking. But, like, they're making Cody look like he is fucking the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So, like, I mean, I really wish they announced a stipulation to this match, too, because I feel like that would have, like, swayed my thing. But I'm going to go Cody Rhodes, too. I want, like, not that I want Brock to win, but, like, I want Brock to have like beat the shit out of Cody to kind of just add to the whole like hard times thing where it's like fucking demolishes Cody. Cody makes a comeback and wins the third one.
Here's the thing. People are not like, this match isn't going to main event. The World Championship match is going to main event. Yeah. So I think there's absolutely potential for Cody to come out in a broken arm. Brock comes out, beats the absolute shit out of him, and walks away with Cody in a puddle.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's off the table.
Yeah.
There's really, I mean, this is obvious. It's basically like saying there's 2 ways to go. Cody wins or Cody loses. But it's either he's going to get his ass fucking kicked and it's like Brock's revenge. And again, my whole thing is they need to get Cody to Mania. Yeah. I'm not to sound like a broken record, but getting 3 matches out of Brock gets you closer to WrestleMania with a viable opponent, as opposed to having less matches with Brock. Now we gotta be like, oh fuck, who do we have Cody facing now?
Right. Nah,
so
it's he's gonna get the shit kicked out of him. He's gonna look like I was saying American hero, but they're in Saudi Arabia, so he'll look like a hero. I don't know. I pick Cody. There's actually a lot of like 50-50 matches, like the Trish match, Sami KO, this match, even the Bianca Asuka, I guess it could be 50-50.
Close. Yeah.
That's tough. Okay.
Cody officially.
Yeah, Cody.
Yeah, That's not. They don't do anything on SmackDown, do they? Between those two,
they're both.
I mean, like
the
the
way
draft
it's been the last few weeks.
I was gonna say
could
because it is usually it is Wednesday right now.
Maybe
so
they do like some type of like video or something, and or Triple H makes it up. They gotta make this a street fight or something. There's no way this is just another. I mean,
they're
match,
like right. They're hyping it up. They keep on using the word fight. I'd imagine it'll be, even if it's my guess. I'll say it now. My guess. Well, then again, yeah, because they don't have another episode of Raw. San on Sweet
At the end of Raw, when Triple H came in and they had that conversation, that could have been a good opportunity for Cody to be like, I want him in a like no disqualification, like street fight.
I was gonna say no. Like, it's all the same thing, but no holds barred,
dude. Okay, I want to say something about this street fight. No holds barred.
It's all
extreme rules.
No DQ.
Not false anywhere.
But like kinda.
Dude, all these matches, like there's
basically
10 different match names. This is the same.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Okay.
All right.
Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the inaugural new World Heavyweight Championship.
So, did you see?
I was just gonna say
so
we've been getting added.
It's gonna be a continuation of the lineage from 2013. So technically, Randy Orton was the last guy to hold the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, and so whoever wins this match,
I really love that.
I'm happy they're doing that too, because it's obviously the belt looks a little different, but it's the same belt. You're calling it the same thing.
I'm sure granted, Roman's had the 2 belts at this point. They're just one fucking championship basically. So I don't know I don't even want to think about what happens over there.
That.
Not worried about it.
Not worried about that.
It is interesting. I always like when know-it-alls get shut down.
Yeah.
Not shit on, but because we were getting a lot of like, oh well, actually, this, and that. Granted, I didn't know either, so I'm not saying I'm holier than thou, but it is very satisfying to see like them come out and be like, no, this is gonna be the continuation.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
I'm happy they're doing that. That's the right thing to do.
But who? Just they've been doing the vignettes, or not even the vignettes, the like sit down interviews with Seth for 2 or 3 weeks, and he's hyping. Like AJ's not getting that. Like on Smack, AJ isn't getting the I've been this and I've worked this hard and I had this, but like even the last ones, they've been going back and showing baby pictures of Seth and bringing up old promos of him being like his first week in NXT being like, I'm Seth Rollins. He's all skinny and young. He's like, I'm Seth Rollins. Oh, he didn't sound like that. But I'm Seth Rollins, and I'm the future of this company. I'm a future world. You know what I'm saying? They're really being heavy-handed with it.
Yeah. Listen, I love AJ.
Yep.
I want him to have another world title run before he decides to retire, which the way he's been talking in like interviews and stuff seems like it's not too far away, which kind of sucks, but I want to see him have another world title run, but this is Seth Rollins' moment. It's gotta be Seth, man. I mean, he hasn't held a world title since what I mentioned earlier when Bray Wyatt beat him in Saudi Arabia. That was the last time he held a world championship, Universal Championship. And I know I speak for a lot of people where it's been too long since he's held a world title. Obviously, since then, Roman Reigns has held, multiple titles hostage. And, Rollins had his match against him at Royal Rumble. He technically won because it was a DQ finish. Never got another opportunity. And also in these interviews, he's shit-talking Roman Reigns as well. He's, talking about how, the type of champion he'll be.
Oh, yeah. Roman. He's, just blatantly being like, he's holding them hostage. You deserve, the people deserve a champion. And they are. It is very funny how
it home.
Both him and Triple H are Man, we're so sick of Roman. Fuck Roman.
Yeah, so I genuinely would be shocked if AJ Styles won.
Yeah, me too. This is
like, it's not like it would be a bad thing if AJ won. He's a great wrestler. He'd be a great champion. But I understand it's predictable from the beginning. People thought it was him, but sometimes there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with knowing that what the result's going to be.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like predictable doesn't automatically equal bad.
Exactly.
Sometimes predictable is the good and right choice, and just because someone's predictable doesn't necessarily mean it's predictable that the Celtics are going to win in Game 7.
Exactly.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's predictable doesn't mean it's going to be disappointing.
Right. No, I agree. So I'm looking forward to this match because I think it's going to be incredible.
I think it'll be sick. I think it's between. Like Sami, KO, and Roman and Solo will be good. I think it's gonna be more story and shenanigans driven, but I think it's gonna be, and like Brock and Cody is gonna be fun, but it's gonna be
not like a
Brock Lesnar fight. So it's really gonna be IMO. I think it's gonna be Seth and AJ, Gunther, Ali, not even sneaky. And then Bianca and Asuka, I think, can tear it down too. I think those are the 3 that you're looking at for match of the night.
You got a few contenders for match of the night, 100%.
So
yeah,
I'm excited. What in the world time is this on? Like 1 p.m. for us?
1 in the afternoon.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's nice. Have lunch.
It's a shame I'm going to be at Boston Calling now.
Oh yeah.
So I won't be able to watch.
Have it on your phone in the pit.
So the Celtics are also playing on Saturday night if they win. Tonight,
when
technically, because this comes out Thursday. When they win, they'll play again on Saturday. I am not looking at my phone all day, so it stays at 100%. I'm having YouTube TV pulled up the whole time, bro. Like I'm
sure you're not going to be the only one. You're not going to be the only one.
I'm hoping it's in Boston. I'm hoping there's going to be TVs, like some screens around.
At least one TV
that has the Celtics. I mean,
I don't know. That's kind of wishful thinking, but
you're telling me every single people there are gonna want to watch the Celtics game too. Like I'm not gonna ditch the people I'm with.
There's like 3 stages at Boston Calling. They have those are trumped by the fucking one stage that has a Celtics game.
You know how when you have the stages they have like the big screen so people in the back they have the Celtics game on instead of like the artist or whoever it is.
Honestly though, like imagine that like at Boston Calling. That'd be fucking and if they win, that'd be fucking hype.
Because it would line up because the game's at 8:30, it would end around 10:30, 11 when Boston Calling would end. That place would be fucking awesome. Listen,
but the Lumineers would be like,
Boston.
Hey, what about us?
You guys love this song? No, we love the Celtics.
I don't think that's them. I don't think that's them.
That's
the Lumineers definitely have. Yeah, but what are they different?
No. Honestly, what's a
We'll get to. Don't worry. We'll get to.
Hey, we're living like we're I think Renegades is Lumineers. That might be the only song of theirs I know.
Damn, I don't know.
Anyways,
white people music.
Well, yeah, people love that shit. So are we both going Seth here?
Yes. Yeah. What are we talking about? Yes.
Wrestling, what we were talking about.
All right. Well, those are our Night of Champions predictions. It seems like for now.
We jump into a little AEW.
AEW. We got Double or Nothing coming up, brother. I have the Bleacher Report thing pulled up here.
We're filming this Wednesday morning. Mm-hmm. Things might change on Dynamite. Rampage this Friday. If it does,
knowing Dynamite, something will get added.
Something was probably going to get added. Don't get mad at us. This is just how it is. So
it's actually the first match I didn't even know. I got to double check. Let me pull up.
I'll be completely honest with you. I know maybe 4 matches.
No shot. You know 4. No shot. You know 3.
The AEW Championship match.
One more. Give me one more.
Wardlow versus Christian. Or Luchasaurus. It's a ladder match.
Yeah, okay.
That's
you're
one
right.
of those.
Yeah.
Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter for the women's belt.
Damn, good for you. Okay. Yeah, you got 3. I'm not asking for 4.
I'm not hurting myself anymore.
Okay, I just want to...
Out of 9. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about it. Oh, Blackpool Combat Club, of course.
Yep. Right. I just want to double check because sometimes this happens to us all the time. We get one article and then it doesn't have all the fucking matches.
Yeah.
But I got the. Okay. We'll cross check it. But anyway. Okay.
All right.
This already doesn't line up with.
You can just start from bottom up, I guess.
Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match. To be honest, I didn't know this match was already announced, but Adam Cole versus Jericho.
Yeah.
They've been going at each other all fucking week. They just ended with both sides were banned when it was Jericho versus what's his face, Roderick Strong.
Yep.
Adam Cole got the upper hand. This is Adam Cole's. He's had matches. He faced Daniel Garcia, but this is his first big match, double or nothing.
Yep.
This is his big I'm fucking back pay-per-view prove it match.
And with that being said, he should win this match.
And it's against Jericho.
So it's like doesn't need wins.
Doesn't need a win. Jericho 1,000, and I think he would even admit this. He's 1,000% in the position of putting, the newer, fresher guys over and
guys that need. Adam Cole needs this win.
1,000%.
Chris Jericho doesn't need this win.
1,000%.
So I think we both agree that Adam Cole should win this match. Didn't know it was an unsanctioned match either. I'm sure it'll be there'll be some shenanigans going on there. Jericho Appreciation Society, Cole and his group of friends, stuff like that.
Who knows? Could be a little, depending on people's schedules, maybe a little Undisputed Era reunion.
Maybe
you got Roderick Strong.
Up.
You got maybe Bobby
Kyle
shows
O'Reilly.
up.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be exciting.
Excuse me. The Hardy Party, consisting of Isaiah Cassidy, Jeff Hardy, and Matt Hardy.
Is that what they call themselves?
I guess
that
so.
Actually
I
has
guess
kind
so.
of a good ring.
It
to
makes sense.
Yeah.
Versus Ethan Page and the Guns.
Ooh, okay.
They've
just a regular 6-man match.
I believe so. Let's had it. Let me see.
The Hardy Party. Go back up. It was like the first match.
Was the first one?
Yeah.
Has it? Oh yeah, the Hardy
there.
Party versus the Firm.
That's actually a fucking funny name.
Per the stipulation, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract if he is again able to beat the Firm. So I don't know. It seemed Jeff Hardy. It's interesting what they've been doing with Jeff ever since he came back. It's like he came back. It wasn't like a big. I think they know where Jeff Hardy stands. Where it's like big name, big face, love him, but they're being self-aware about it. Where he can't go like he used to. He's not going to be in the World Championship match
because they can't trust him, unfortunately. Too.
Well, yeah, and that's another part of it.
It's because of his age and
Yeah,
stuff. I'm
yeah.
saying more so because like he has
they got him
history
on a short leash. They got him on a short leash
until they can
sure.
trust him a little bit.
But so put him on Rampage. They've been going. I missed it. I need to go.
Match,
I need to go and watch it. Yeah, I need to go and watch it.
I think they posted the full thing on YouTube. I probably should
sure.
watch it. Those matches are always great.
And it's just another stipulation where, this whole thing with Matt Hardy and the Firm and Ethan Page and contracts has been happening in the background. Feel good win. Jeff Hardy's on the pay-per-view. Hardy Party, IMO.
Yeah. I'm happy that there's some sort of stipulation in here to kind of just make it like mean something. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been following along with the storyline too much. I know the Hardys won the deletion match. Maybe they could pull some 50-50 booking. Maybe they get that going. But I think you can kind of play along with the whole Matt Hardy owning his contract thing. Get some good get a good story out of that. So I'll also go Hardy Party.
All right.
I also like the name. So
yeah, that's
the
the main
big reason why.
Jade Cargill versus gonna have to help me with the name. It's Taya.
Taya Valkyrie. Yeah.
I'm more hung up on the first name. Taya.
I think it's Taya. No, I think it's Taya.
Taya.
I think it's Taya.
Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie. Taya has been who, ever since she came to AEW and we saw her first perform, I think she's been the one that I've been gunning. And I think we've been gunning to, if there's anyone to take down Jade,
yeah,
it's her.
It's her. Mm-hmm.
I think if they're going to keep building Jade up, they have to get to a point where they eventually move her to the women's championship.
I've been saying this for almost a year. Listen, I think Jade Cargill's great, and I think she's done she's done a great job with the TBS belt. She's been undefeated since she's joined AEW. I think it's like 500 days as champ or something like that, and 50-something-0. All good things come to an end eventually. You gotta eventually bump her up to the main event scene. And I feel like every time there's like a new challenger, it's just kind of like, all right, this has to be the one. Because if it's not Taya, who the fuck else is gonna step up and win it? You know what I mean?
And it is
Chris. People have been saying Chris Statlander or is it Stat or Stratlander?
I always forget.
Chris.
I think Statlander. I don't think there's an R.
We'll go Statlander. I think she was like in a program with her and like kind of was like set up to win it, then got injured. maybe they wait for her to come back. Like they could do that.
There is a rumor that she returns. So like Taya loses, and then it sets up Chris.
Right. So, but I'm gonna.
If this, I'll be honest, if this story was stronger, it started out pretty strong, and then it got real like it really cooled off
because I had a match already, and it was you can't use the finisher,
but that felt like okay, we got something with Taya, and then it just cooled off, and they didn't really do much with Taya and Jade, and then Taya showed up again to confront her, and it was like okay, well now we're picking this back up. I don't know, it's confusing. I think I'm playing this one safe. If there was a little more story built up and a little more hype of like, cause I think if Taya was gonna win, it'd be built up as like, whoa, Taya, this is the one.
I get that,
but I think I'm playing it safe and going Jade. I would like to see Taya, but I'm playing it safe here.
Can you go Oh, I actually spelled it right. I'm going Taya.
Huge.
I'm going Taya.
Huge.
I think this is a big enough event.
That's your that's your Asuka pick.
This is my Asuka pick. Yeah, 1,000%. Like I said, good things come to an end. Yeah, she has to lose the belt eventually. I think Taya is a credible enough person to do it. I agree with you. The build hasn't been there as much, but I still believe it'll be a big enough like shocking moment. And I'm just pushing for Jade to move on and just be in the women's championship picture because we want to talk about like, you know, adding a spark to the women's division for the AEW women's belt. Jade would be an injection into the championship picture. I think just adding throwing someone new in the mix because she's never competed for the women's championship.
Especially they move on from the whole outcast thing and whatever, but then you even like run the risk of like you give it to Jade. And then do you want to build up Jade like a Roman and she never loses?
Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
What I would like is let's call the TBS title like the minor leagues. Yeah. Then she graduates to the major leagues. Mm-hmm. And then I would prefer her to not be built up like this unbeatable person. I think she should be the top star or a top star, but you know, I think she should have match. You know, like I don't think it should be like a immovable object thing when she gets there because there's so many women that are like in that major league spot in AEW.
Can we? I
don't know.
We're already on Wikipedia, so you can kind of just. It'll be easy to find out. How old is Jade? I want to say.
I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say she's married. I think she has a kid. I'm gonna go.
I bet you she's young.
I think she's young. I'm gonna go 27.
I'll go 26. Oh, 30.
Okay. Oh, her birthday's coming up. Happy early birthday.
Huh, June 3rd.
But yeah, I think if she loses, you can do a whole like hard times breed better men. Or it's like she loses and it's kind of like she's like, you know, suffering from the loss, like can't believe she lost, kind of like has to go through like beat a few people to get into that world championship picture type of thing. You don't have to jump in. I don't think you have to rush it, but you got to move on eventually. So I think this is the night they do it.
Fun match. The most defending champion in wrestling today, Orange Cassidy, is putting his international championship on the line against 20 other men. Oh my goodness. The only three at the time of recording this that have been announced is Aaron Solo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and QT Marshall. And it's going to be 17 other competitors. Fucking Orange Cassidy just, I guess I'll have to face all of them.
Sure. Guess I'll do it. Yeah, I mean.
Well, this one's tough because we don't know
should
the
we do
competitors.
Orange Cassidy versus the field? Like, do we think Orange Cassidy's going to win or someone else is going to win? Because, like...
I guess so, yeah. That's probably because we don't know.
We can take, all right, what we can do is Orange Cassidy or the field, and then for a bonus pick...
Bonus point, yeah.
Whether we think Orange Cassidy will win or not, we can just kind of throw a bonus name in there. And if that person wins, we'll give ourselves an extra point. Because that's a long shot. It could be fucking anybody.
Because this says... not that these people will be included, but it does say he's been a fighting champ since last year and has gone unbeaten in one-on-one matches. Notable challengers include Shibata, Jay Lethal, Wheeler Yuta, Buddy Matthews.
Well, Wheeler Yuta probably won't be in the match because he's in that match later on. Yeah, because it's like someone that returns. It could be God knows.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be so sick if I don't think. I mean, Is he gonna win?
A big win.
A battle royal is always fucking tough because who fucking.
I think no matter what, Orange Cassidy is gonna be like taught like last two.
Yeah,
pulls it out, or like
1,000%. Yeah, he'll be in it for the long haul.
Okay.
Just because of your stipulation that you chose, I'm gonna split down the middle. I'm gonna choose Orange Cassidy, but then also So what are you? Yeah, what are you, crazy? The same thing.
So
Orange Cassidy, and then just pick a name.
I'm picking Orange Cassidy. This is who I'm picking. You ready?
Damn, you already have.
I got this. Okay. You ready? Shocker. Andrade returns, comes back, wins the international belt, brings over to Collision. Andrade, listen, he's been gone for a while.
That's an interesting pick.
Gotta get him back in front of the fans, get the fans familiar with him again. Putting this belt on him wouldn't be a bad idea.
I
was thinking Miro too. That was the first name that came to my mind, but I like the wild card of Andrade more.
Damn. I want to pick Bandito, but he already faced Bandito and beat him. This is...
It can be anyone. Like, any of these people that you're scrolling past. It really could be.
CM Punk.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Danhausen. Daniel Garcia. I don't think it's... I'm going to go Eddie Kingston. I think he's injured.
Hurt, yeah. Hook.
Hook would be so sick. Damn. I don't know.
It's tough. It's really tough.
Could it be... I mean, like Jay White is doing his thing with I think they have a match or will have a match. They'll probably, I don't know if it's announced, but Ricky and Jay will have a match. Keith Lee. Sorry, I'm scrolling through everything. I'm gonna go. All right, I'll just make a pick. Wow, Lance. Oh man, give me. MJF.
No. Double champ.
The more the more I'm scrolling through it, the more I'm like, Orange Cassidy is gonna win this thing.
If you want.
Whoa. All right, I think I have my pick.
Do you? Okay.
I don't know if you saw who I just saw.
I didn't.
I like this pick. I don't know if they're injured. Mm-hmm. They might be injured. Okay. But I'm going to go Pac.
Okay. I like that.
Or Pac.
I like that. Yeah, I like that pick. Absolutely.
I'm going to see if he's...
Didn't Orange Cat... Wasn't he the champ and Orange Cassidy beat him?
He definitely had... I think he had the title.
Right? Not when it was called the International. He won the whatever they called it. He was the inaugural champ.
The TNT champ.
No,
wait. What the fuck was it called? Oh my god. No.
All European?
Oh,
no. All Atlantic?
That's what it was. All Atlantic. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was like...
I just want to see. I think you're right. He definitely did have it, but I just want to see. Or is AEW? Yeah, All Atlantic. Oh, he was the inaugural champion.
Yeah. He won the whatever tournament it was or anything. I don't know if he's hurt.
I don't know either. He defeated Clark Connors, Malachi Black, and Miro in a 4-way for a tournament to win it. And then you're right. Wow, Orange Cassidy. Wow. Oh, it's only
it for a while.
I forgot it's only had 2 fucking champions.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't love
a year.
And then it's gonna go back to Pac, but then again, I don't know. Whatever. It's a bonus.
It's
point.
It's a familiar face. We both have Orange Cassidy winning.
Yeah.
That's.
We both have the cheeky pick. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving on. We want to go next. I'm just going to go with the Bleach Report. FTR versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I'm pretty easily going FTR. Come on.
What?
Come on.
You don't think Double J and Jay Lethal, Triple J actually, Jeff Jarrett J are going to win?
Jeff Jarrett J.
Yeah. No, I 100% believe FTR is going to win. Don't really have much to say.
Mark Briscoe, special guest referee though.
So I think there's been some a rift between FTR and Briscoe. I think there's something going on there. I don't know if there was a promo and they had a back and forth or something happened. Maybe Briscoe pulled some funny business, which I hope not. I hope not. But
I honestly kind of just see
they just won the belts. They were like, "Oh, we're here for 4 more years, 5 more years." Like you're gonna have them lose it.
I honestly just see them. People, I see. I mean, I'm sure there'll be shenanigans because it's, the team of Jeff Jarrett, and I'm sure there's a guitar. And I'm sure Karen will be.
I'm sure there'll be a guitar
involved.
There,
I maybe I'm just hoping more than this is what I think, but FTR just get the victory. Hopefully, there's no like crazy Mark Briscoe shenanigans to extend a Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett feud. I don't know. I'm just excited to see FTR move on. But you know what? Benefit of a doubt, though, as much as I've shit on it, Jay Lethal's great. Jeff Jarrett can still go. They are. So I think it'll end up being a solid, and it's FTR. So I think it'll be a good match.
FTR just has to win. Just get the result right.
Wardlow versus Christian Cage in a ladder match for the AEW TNT Championship. Now, does the title flip-flop more? Is this the first time that they keep it on someone? I don't know.
I hate this belt. I really don't like this belt. I don't like the name of it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the idea of it. I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. And AEW has done that. That's their fault. They made me not care about it because it's just it's a hot potato belt. It changes hands once a month, at least. So badly, I want to pick Wardlow. So badly because I want someone to just have like a good reign with it. We were talking about championship reigns in WWE and how they want to make them longer and make the belts valuable. AEW hasn't done that with this belt. I would like to see them start doing it, but I don't think they will.
I would have much rather them change like this, because I didn't mind the All Atlantic. I would have much rather them change this name.
Also, they're on TBS.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the other thing that just confused me. So, if Christian didn't have Luchasaurus by his side, I think I'd be more inclined to say Wardlow, but I definitely think there's going to be some funny business. I definitely think it's going to be like Luchasaurus helps lift Christian to get the belt on the ladder, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe if Christian does win, that's a good wrestler to have a long reign with, because he's kind of like doesn't wrestle a lot.
Notable name.
Kind of like is like, oh, you want to fight, you want this, like you gotta deserve it. Like he's that type of heel character that I think could pull that off. Like you want a match, like deserve it type of thing. He has Luchasaurus with him, so I think that could like be a really good title reign. So if Christian wins, as much as I would hate the fact that they're still doing the hot potato, I think he's the best guy to make that belt feel important. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go Christian Cage.
Damn. Crazy.
I really want to pick Wardlow. I really do, but yeah. I can't.
I'm going Wardlow basically for the same idea, but flipped. I think he just won it back from Powerhouse Hobbs. Again, because of the history of the TNT title, it doesn't necessarily mean a lot, but I think this is where they're gonna steer the ship the other direction. Wardlow gets a dominant title defense. It is Christian, so I love Christian, but he is taking on more of a manager role. I don't think he needs the match or needs the win as bad as Wardlow.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna go Wardlow because I see it being like, oh, because like mainly because I'm just thinking of the image of him on top of the ladder with the title. It's like, okay, like Wardlow got this big defense, especially if they're building him up.
Now, I think I'm really like doing fantasy here, but what would be funny and what would be cool is because Christian's such a shit heel, like not he's bad heel, but like he's such a shitty person, like that type of heel. I can see him winning the belt and being like, oh, like you want to fight for this? Like you got to go through Luchasaurus, and like makes Luchasaurus defend it for him or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, because there is like
I can see him playing like being very sneaky with this belt if he wins it.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of Luchasaurus, or even what I would imagine is even if Wardlow wins, then Christian 6 Luchasaurus on him. Luchasaurus is the next one to face Wardlow too.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, like they brought Luchasaurus back, and he hasn't wrestled yet. There's gonna be some Luchasaurus involvement for sure.
Something's got to give. We are very we got different picks here.
We are.
Like,
we're
a lot more diverse than the Night of Champions.
I mean, AEW just always has like a whatever reason. A lot of their matches are like, well, anything could happen. Who knows?
Right.
We'll move on to Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. This one's interesting. They got the Outcasts. It's interesting in the way that how they're gonna go. Jamie's title reign feels a little cold.
Kind of tiny bit stale.
The Outcasts, I don't think we love the whole Outcast thing. But
I hate it.
They are.
No, I hate it.
They are the new faction. They got Saraya and Ruby there. It would be interesting for the title to change hands and be with a new faction. Just have a new face, and Britt and Jamie can still be in the picture, chase for a rematch, or Britt faces for it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised with either outcome here.
I wouldn't
really
be surprised with either. I can see Toni winning and just someone new. She's held the belt before. Jamie's actually the one that beat her for the belt, so it goes back to her. I mean, Toni's great. I think she's a phenomenal.
Yeah, Toni's
wrestler.
sick.
And again, I don't want to I have said in the past. I'm not a huge Saraya fan. I like Ruby. I like Toni. I just don't like the group. I just don't like the group. I hate the whole spray paint thing. I just think it's stupid.
I'd be more fine if Saraya started taking more of a backseat manager role to like a Ruby, Toni, maybe add someone in, ditch the spray paint. Like the idea is there. Like there's something there.
No, the idea
but
is
it's just
there.
like
I don't know. I haven't bought into it yet. I'm gonna go Jamie just because I want her to win. And I think that, she's had the belt for a little bit now, but I definitely think, she can still continue to have a good reign. It's been a little stale, but I think that they can easily turn that around. So I'm gonna go Jamie.
For not much different of a reason, I'm gonna go Toni.
Are you? Yeah.
Mainly just because I think it's just fun to keep being different at this point.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you what. If that predictions belt is gonna be it's going to be
highly contested
Sunday.
This week.
It's going to be close. Yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
Toni, it could go. It's a 50-50.
If Toni
match.
wins, I don't think it's going to be like a crazy historic run. A refresher. I don't know. I love Jamie, and the AEW women's division is so good that I want to see a revitalization, if that's even a word.
Yeah.
In the women's championship. I don't know. I'm also not ready to see Jamie lose it because I feel like she hasn't
How long
hit.
She had the belt for? Can we?
Had it for a while. I don't
Yeah.
know how long. Let's see.
I want to say she's at least 7-8 months.
Let's see. While we're here, 28.
28.
Figured that'd be
Good
a,
age.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she was. NXT UK. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Losing to Piper Niven in a squash match in 2019. Tough.
You hate to see that.
Tough break.
All right, go back to the last paragraph. Oh, there we go. It doesn't matter.
November 19th.
So
Wow.
6 months. December, January, March. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. December, January. Yeah, 6 months.
I mean, that would make, if Toni won, she would be the first 2-time women's champion.
Would she?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks it.
Yeah, Britt's only had it once. Nyla, Thunder Rosa, Shida. I would love.
Damn.
I would love Shida to have another
had
run.
it for over a year.
That's crazy. Man.
Nyla Rose was the champ. I forgot about that.
But then but now I'm thinking. I mean, not that any of it mattered. Like a lot of times, I think I fall into the trap of thinking like, they have a heel world champion. Like there's a balancing act that I think like doesn't even need to happen. But like if MJF retains, then if Toni wins, they have 2 heel top.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I try not to put that much stake in
I don't
it.
care about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Toni. I think have a refresher.
It's 50-50 for sure.
Damn, I want to pick Jamie.
Some of these are tough. Some of these are tough choices.
All right, we'll move on because I can go back and forth on that.
Here
the
we
Elite.
go.
Oh,
Here
brother.
we go.
The Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club. It's Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, versus Mox,
Danielson,
Yuta, Danielson, Claudio. Goodness gracious.
This is gonna be a match.
I don't know. I do not know. There's a lot of story here. The Elite had the upper hand. Honestly, what sucks is Dynamite's tonight. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff happens on Dynamite because like we left off last Dynamite, last episode, with Hangman joining forces or rejoining.
Yeah, they've been closing the shows the last few weeks.
Closing the shows.
The main story on the show.
It's tough. And it goes with everything. Like something in the women's thing could happen tonight.
Right.
And then be like, oh shit, no, Jamie's definitely winning. Something could happen in this. I mean,
I don't think this is going to be the only match they have too.
No, I think there's going to be.
We were talking about blood and guts for a while. They have to have a blood and guts match. If you don't do a blood and guts match with these 8 wrestlers at some point, that is a missed opportunity. Anarchy in the arena is great, but blood and guts has to happen.
That's the thing too. It's also an Anarchy in the arena match. So as fun as it's gonna be, it's not. It's gonna be crazy, not cinematic, but crazy silly stuff the whole time, which I think will be cool. But there's a lot of I don't hold. Basically, what I'm saying is I guess I don't hold that much weight in this because I think there's gonna be a more brutal and serious wrestling matches to come out of this. I'm gonna go Blackpool Combat Club.
I'm with you.
I'm going Blackpool Combat Club.
I'm with you.
Oh, but Hangman just again.
I mean,
it really, really depends. It sucks because I keep on saying it, but it really depends on what happens tonight on Dynamite. Who's gonna stand tall at the end of it? Is something gonna happen with Takeshita? Is something gonna happen with Don Callis? Is he gonna side with Blackpool Combat Club? I don't know.
Because I can see the Blackpool Combat Club winning and be like, we told you, like, we're the elite, we're the best wrestlers.
Right.
And then they
and they feel on fire.
They're so on fire. Yeah,
I think you got to
give them the win. And like, again, like it goes both ways, but like, I think the Combat Club losing hurts them a little more than if the elite lost. I don't think it necessarily hurts either if they lose, but like, I feel like the Combat Club, like this is their match to win. Yeah, like they should win this match. If the elite
helps establish them more,
but like the elite don't need it. Like obviously Omega, the Bucks, Hangman, like they're staples in this company. They can eat a million losses and be fine. But like you're just going off a momentum storyline. Blackpool Combat Club has the momentum, and I think you should keep it that way. And if we do blood and guts, then you can do the 50-50 book, and then the elite get the win.
Like you said, between now and Blood and Guts, even past Blood and Guts, this is like the first page of this rivalry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think this is going to be a huge rivalry.
You can add another person in the mix for each side. I
wouldn't be surprised if a belt even gets involved eventually. Not that it needs it, but like, just you can throw
the
anything
ROH
in.
belt gets
anything.
Yeah.
Like this and then you're going to, there's tag matches that are going to happen. You're going to end up with Claudio versus Hangman. You're going to get Yuta versus one of the Bucks. And, there's so much. You'll
100%.
get Danielson and fucking Kenny again. Like,
there's a lot.
I think because this is the first match of this feud, there's not a whole lot of weight, but Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
For
sure. Again, it go either way. I wouldn't be upset if either team won. I think it'll be a great match, but I think Combat Club, they should win this one.
All right, main event. MJF versus Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Sami Guevara, the Four Pillars AEW World Championship match.
I already wrote down my result.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
I think excuse me, burpees.
We've talked about this a few times, just the way that this reign has gone and will continue to go and stuff like that. I would be shocked if MJF lost the belt before they ran the whole contract is ending type of story, which is happening at the end of the year. I love this match. I think it's
gonna be great. Match of the night.
It's gonna be match of the night. It's
sick.
Gonna be fantastic. But MJF is the logical winner here. I think Sami, like all three of these guys, I think are future world champions. At some point in time, I think they'll get their hands on the AEW World Championship. But MJF, it's his reign, it's his time, it's his reign of terror. You have to keep it going. If he loses now, the whole build up to him, everything that you did for him like last year means nothing. You know what I mean? Like, where does he go from here? There's so much more story to be told with him as world champion. So many more feuds he can have, championship matches. It shouldn't end here. I understand, like, Darby could pin Jack, and MJF doesn't lose it technically. They could do something like that, but I don't think they should. I think it should be like Darby hits Sami with a move, and then all of a sudden MJF throws Darby out of the ring and sneaks in and gets the pin, like a sneaky win type of thing. That's how I imagine it. It should be MJF. I would be more shocked if someone else won this match than I was when Roman beat Cody at WrestleMania. I would be. I genuinely would be.
there is just like, and this is no slight to any of the other competitors, but there is just like a differentiating level of star power that
as you mentioned before,
that is missing. Like MJF just feels, and it's not talent wise, but MJF feels just like the bigger star, and not that, I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say not that star power is the end all be all, but it's different when you have like an MJF versus Mox, or an MJF versus CM Punk, or even MJF versus Hangman, where those all feel like similar levels of star power and major league players.
You replace MJF with Jack Perry, it doesn't have that feel to it.
And I think they're getting there, especially Darby. I mean,
I agree.
Darby, I think, is the closest. Mm-hmm. Jack is like, give Jack like one more year, and Jack is like the ultimate babyface. Mm-hmm. But also, there's teases of Jack turning heel. I don't know.
Sami turning babyface.
And Sami's also fucking phenomenal. Yeah. I just don't see.
Not yet. It's just not yet.
That's the whole thing.
It's MJF next guy.
That's the whole thing. It's not yet.
And let's look at this from a business perspective. Okay, so you have All In at Wembley Stadium in August. As again, as much as I love Darby, Jack, Sami, you're going to have one of those guys headline your biggest pay-per-view ever over MJF. MJF has been there from the beginning. All four of them have been there from the beginning, but MJF has been like the guy from the beginning. He's the one that's going to help you sell tickets. These guys, again, no disrespect, not saying that they can't do that, but we're going back to star power. We're going back to more relevant names and stuff. And MJF, he is like one of the more prominent figures in wrestling today.
It doesn't seem too likely to build a Wembley Stadium main event around a Sammy Guevara.
No, not yet.
Singles match again, or whatever.
Not yet. One day, yes, but it's we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So,
and then also, I mean, not to tie. It sucks to tie everything back into CM Punk, but if CM Punk is coming back, there's still so much with like MJF and Punk, and I don't know. I mean, I don't even. That's not even going to be a tie-in, because if he is a Collision, which also there's rumors that he isn't involved in Collision. I don't know. That's a whole other thing.
Like, it's May. We could have another 7 months of MJF as world champion. Yeah. We're not ending it, and we're not ending it end of May. I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, and especially I got some title. Do I have any title change? I actually have. The only title change I have is maybe Pac. Everything else, Tony. Wow. Everything else, and Tony. Yeah. Oh yeah, MJF. But I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be match of the night. I'm excited for it. I think Jack's gonna look phenomenal. I think we're gonna see a new side of Jack that we haven't seen before. Where I think he's gonna be fucking ruthless.
I think all four of them are going to have like their moments in the match where it's like going a crazy run. They all get their close near falls where like they're right there, like close to winning it. Something happens. Like I said earlier, I can imagine like one of them hitting a move on someone, and then MJF just comes in, throws him out, steals the win. That's how he retains.
I even kind of hope that MJF gets like a solid victory.
I wouldn't mind.
Granted, I think it'll end up even if it's like a quote unquote solid victory, if he still uses the ring, or he's still like, I'm sure he'll still do an MJF thing, but I hope it's like at least like somewhat dominant,
Yeah, I agree.
But that is our predictions for A, Night of Champions, B, AEW Double or Nothing. What is this quote from John Cena? John Cena goes into detail about his match with Brock. I remember Brock being like, he was on Steve Austin last night, and it was on the Busted Open podcast. So basically, he was on Busted Open Radio, and he was talking about like his decision to lose to Brock Lesnar and stuff. And he goes, they were meeting about it before, and he kind of talks about like how wrestlers like prepare for match and how they like go about like telling the story and like all that stuff. And he was like, Brock came to me and goes, I talked to Steve Austin and was like, we should just do this. Like, let me just suplex you a bunch of times and kill you. And John's like, okay. And Brock's like, really? He goes, yeah. Like, listen, like John Cena, like people say what they want about him. Like there have been times where he didn't put over guys when he should have. Sure.
But in this case, he was like, listen, you just beat The Undertaker. Like if we go into this match and it's like 50-50, like I get my moves, you get your moves, and you scrape out the win, that doesn't that just kind of ruins the whole thing where it's like, you just ended the Undertaker streak. You got to come out here and kill me, like destroy me. So like they were very much like on the same page about that. And John Cena didn't like, you know, try to fight it or anything. Like it was a very mutual decision. So that's kind of what it was. Also, he talked about a lot of things there. He talked about Theory and like their thing and stuff. And he was like, before their big promo thing, he said to him before, like, I'm here because you can't like one-on-one, like I'm here because you can't sell it yourself. He goes, I don't believe you. Like when you talk out there, I don't believe in you. He goes, I'm just saying that like from like a advice perspective and stuff. And like he said, like they sat down for hours, like going over that script, like like doing it together. Like you can say this, whatever. But Cena was just straight up. Like I said to him before, like I don't believe in you. Like I'm here because you need me. I was
rewatching some of the old. I think it was like after we did the promo video. I was like rewatching some of the old like John Cena and Rock promos, and just like, God, John Cena fucking dig the moment where he's like, and I don't have to have my script written on my arm.
So they did,
and then The Rock looked fucking.
Have you
pissed.
watched that Rival show?
No.
So that was one of the things on it.
Should.
So that was.
Did you watch it? Is it good?
I saw bits of that episode. I want to watch the show. So I'm sure you saw the clip from that. That's maybe that's what you're getting it from. So that was a part of the show.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I just saw it on like Twitter.
So
on its own.
The story behind it's hilarious. Story time. So The Rock's out there doing his thing, whatever. Yeah. And they're backstage, and someone said to Cena like, Does The Rock have something?
Oh, you know what? This isn't what I saw, but I saw it a while ago.
He was like, "Is that on his wrist?" And Cena's like, "It's kind of like an written rule where it's like you don't like you go in there with like a script. You know what you're gonna say. You stick to that." Cena was like, "I got it." So he goes out there and then he says that, and when like The Rock being pissed.
Yeah, he looked legitimately
and like they're talking to each other without the mics. He goes, "You punk ass bitch," and stuff like that. And Cena's like, "Good one, just like laughing at him,
especially because he's like The Rock is considered the greatest talker of all time. So to call him out for having notes written on his arm, which also like, why did he have notes? Crazy that he even had notes written on his arm. That's insane.
He shouldn't have to have that. I think The Rock is the best, one of the best, if not the best entertainer in WWE history. But we want to talk about talking. I think I may put Cena above The Rock, to be completely. I know The Rock has his catchphrases, his this and that, whatever. Yeah. But bro, Cena fucking.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take. I don't want to go. I'm not going on the record at all. I am dodging this bullet. I think
it's definitely like a Cena Rock.
But Cena's had corny fucking lines.
Yeah,
so hasn't The Rock.
I think The Rock. If you look deep enough, I'm sure he has too. But like, I think it's pretty close. I mean. That the promo battles that those two had is like legendary. When him and Roman had their like first feud, and Roman like forgot his lines, and Cena was like, "I'm gonna shrink you down to size." Kid just rips into him, bro. Oh, that is the hardest shit.
When Cena wants to go in, he can fucking go in.
He can go. Yeah. Even the Theory promo from a few months ago, he rips him. He rips people apart. I love it. But
then I rewatched the box with God, and he's like, and the thing is, Punk was even, he was even just like in the same way as Cena, he broke down the greatest talker, and he was like, you have your catchphrases, and like you have the thing that you say every time that makes you the greatest talker.
You want to talk about pie? You want to talk about candy? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But me, like I'm for real, and you're not on my fucking level.
I love it. I love it.
Your arms are just too short to box with.
Dude, God, that's a bar. That's such a bar. That's like a sound bit that I could see like West Side Gun putting in one of his, like at the end of a song or something
sampled
like
that.
It's gotta be somewhere, right? Your arms are too short.
I'll look it up real quick. Box with God, West Side Gun. I wonder if it's No Shot. It seems like it's the producer.
It's too good to be true.
Oh, Stove God. Oh, I think it's just getting the God from. Yeah, no way. Stove. Yeah, I don't think so.
If someone is the biggest West Side Gun fan in the world and like has heard that one of his songs, please.
Yeah, maybe it's from a really old Griselda fucking mixtape.
Yeah, I know.
Not that it's worth it because this is gonna come out. This is more for our sake. This is gonna come out way after. But if you're already listening this far, come along for the ride. Also, AEW video game looks interesting. Looks arcadey. Looks cool. A lot of blood. Look at these pictures.
Classic. It definitely looks arcadey.
Looks cool. I don't know. Nothing.
I probably won't buy it. I'll definitely see what the reviews are and stuff. And if it's like an Xbox, sometimes does deals. They have Game Pass.
Yeah, maybe it's if it's not $60.
I'm not spending $60 on that.
But tonight, well, I mean, yeah. The more I think about it, this doesn't matter because this happened. But just I mean, we got the Lucha Bros versus Claudio and Yuta tonight for the ROH World Tag Team titles.
Oh, they are the World Tag Team champions.
Sato, Miedo, Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher, House of Black versus Blake Christian, Air Fox, and Metalik. Oh, Metalik. Oh, Grand Metalik.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Tony Khan will announce first location for Collision. We got Taya, Valkyrie, and Lady Frost. Contract signing for Cole and Jericho. Let's hear from FTR, Pillars, Ricky Starks, blah, blah.
It'll be interesting to see what where Tony Khan announces where Collision's going to be, because people are, if he announces Chicago.
Oh, if he announces Chicago,
CM Punk's going to be there. If he announces anywhere else but Chicago, I think that kind of like, I think there's something happened where there was a falling out or some shit with CM Punk. So that'll be interesting.
Well, I think that is our show.
I mean, was there anything from Raw we wanted to talk about? I don't know.
I mean, like, I feel like we kind of already covered it. Like, yeah, there were like the stuff that happened in the show, but I feel like with talking about Double or Nothing, like we covered the Cody stuff like
Kevin Sami versus Imperium, and they were like, oh, who will be the third partner for Sami and KO? The surprise partner, who's it going to be? Riddle.
Oh yeah, it's just fucking. And then also like,
why couldn't you just say it was going to be Riddle?
I thought it was so funny how, like, you know, Gunther is with Imperium and he's like, you know, they're this dominant fucking force, and then you know it's a 3-on-2 and they're gonna beat the shit out of Sami and KO, and then oh no, Matt Riddle runs in and now Gunther's all afraid of Matt Riddle. Oh no, Imperium's afraid of Matt Riddle. Oh fucking K.
I can see them doing a program, Gunther and Matt Riddle for the IC title. I think that could be two wrestlers going at it.
It would be a wrestling match.
It would be a wrestling match. But yeah, I don't think.
Well,
I think that's really.
I'm gonna call it. If you made it this far, we're finally here. You probably already guessed it from the beginning, but it's got to be something specific.
Happy birthday, Roman Reigns.
Happy birthday. Oh, that'll be it. Happy birthday, Roman and Dante. If you made it this far, happy birthday, Roman and Dante. Because all the other people that like didn't make it this far to the end are just gonna be like, happy birthday, Dante.
Yeah,
but we throw in the Roman. We'll know the actual people that made it this far. If you add in happy birthday, Roman, Dante. But anyway,
2 Gemini boys.
That is our night. We will catch you up on all the prediction stuff. You're going to be at Boston Calling, but
I will be.
Keep an eye out. I might be on Twitch doing a little watch party for one or two of them. I don't know. Twitch.tv/Raspy Taylor. We'll see. I'll put up some stuff, but you know, what am I doing on Saturday?
If I wasn't going on Saturday, I'd say maybe we did a little live.
It'd be convenient, yeah.
It would have been very convenient.
1 p.m., but hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you if you're going to Boston Calling. If you see Dante at Boston Calling,
yes,
give him a Celtics update.
Don't be afraid to say hi. So me and my girlfriend, this happened like last week, so it was before the last podcast, but I didn't mention it. So me and my girlfriend were out for dinner, and we've been dating for 4 months, but like twice has like someone came up and like,
that's
whatever.
That's my
like
dream.
Recognize me, right? So I'm like always like one day I want like someone to come up to me like just in front of her, you know what I mean? Just like being funny. But so we're eating dinner and we're outside, so there's like the father and like his son walking, whatever. And I just see them, we keep talking, and all of a sudden the kid like runs over. This kid had to have been like 9, 10, 11, whatever. He's just like nervous. He's like, are you Dante? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you're from you're on TikTok, like Lumberland, whatever. I'm like, yeah, like I worked or whatever. He goes, I just wanted to say hi, like like he was like crossing his legs, like kind of like smiling or whatever, and I was like, oh, like I asked for his name. I was like, oh, nice to meet you, buddy. What? His dad's like in the back, like thank you, like waving. And then oh my god, she couldn't. She was like, my heart's gonna explode.
Yeah, dude,
like, I was like, I'm gonna cry. Like that was the sweetest thing.
That's like way better. And granted, hey, we appreciate it all, but especially if you're like in front of your girlfriend or whatever, way cooler than like just some dude coming up like, hey man, cool quiz. Like for a little kid to come up and be like, you're so cool and that's
I say this with the least amount of disrespect. Wow. It's like there's levels to like, you meet someone in public and it's like, someone my age or a little older, whatever. And it's like, you watch content, I appreciate fans of all ages. But it's really cool when you have like a younger fan come up to you, whether you're with your girlfriend or not, and just kind of like, saying like, he was like legitimately nervous to talk to me and stuff. And I thought it was super sweet. Yeah. And I think it's just a really cool feeling, like having like knowing that there's a younger audience, like, looking up to us, watching the videos and all that. So, I don't know if you watch this stuff.
I would say, was he a Stache Club fan?
No, he's like TikTok and stuff. Maybe he was. Punk. But if you're watching, so I appreciate you. And yeah, if you see me at Boston College, obviously you see us anywhere. Like, you don't be afraid to come say hi. Don't hesitate, whatever. We're very friendly. But yeah, if you see me this weekend, don't worry. Come up and say hi.
That's our show. Thank you for watching episode 28. We made it this far. If you got a t-shirt, thank you for getting a t-shirt.
Yes,
Again,
thank
if there's some available, which we don't think there will be, but if there are, I'll put it in the description. You can follow me at Raspberry on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch, because I might be streaming this weekend.
You can follow me on Twitter at Dante on Deck, and then Dante Toro /Dante11 everywhere else. And you can also follow Stache Club on Twitter and Instagram, Stache Club W, and Stache Club Wrestling on TikTok.
What else? Again, next time if you want to run this back, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a review.
Please.
Leave your comments.
Please.
5 stars, please.
We're going to be on the streets if you
Come on.
Give us a rating.
Thank you. Until next time, Dante, I'll see you in the next one.
I'll see you in number 29, brother. Peace.